What's up everybody, it's Monkey Farm, and today we are going to do some upgrades to the Mobs on Demand spawner. As you can see, I have a bunch of dirt and other mess up there. So last episode I asked you guys to suggest the best way to build a repeating clock without having to use a whole string of redstone repeaters. And I did get some pretty good suggestions and links to videos that might help. I think overall I probably didn't describe what I was planning on doing very well, so nothing really, did what I wanted it to do, but I think overall it did point me in the right direction to find what I wanted to build here. So thank you everybody who did post links to videos and responses and that kind of stuff. So ultimately it did help quite a bit, so I appreciate it. So why don't I head over there and I'll tell you what we're going to be doing today. Okay, so let's flip this thing on, and it takes about 10 or 15 seconds to get some mobs down here. I think we're all done. So what happens when I flip the switch is all of the levels get washed with water and they push the mobs off the pads, and they all kind of fall down through the center drop off, and then we kind of one-hit kill them and pick up all their loot and the XP and all of that. So what happens is this is still on, so no mobs are spawning up there. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to get super nerdy today. We're going to do a lot of redstone up there. What this is going to do is I'm going to have half of the spawner always washed with water, so that the mobs can spawn on the other half all the time, and then we're going to have a repeating clock. And as it cycles back, what's going to happen is this side with all the mobs will get washed off, and this side the water will shut off, and new mobs can spawn there. While I'm hitting the other mobs here, new mobs can spawn on that half, and then the repeating clock will cycle back again, and this will switch on and this will switch off, and mobs will spawn there while I'm killing the mobs here. So it's going to be, instead of mobs on demand, this is going to be, I think we'll call it endless mobs, because as long as we have this switch on, we will just get an endless cycle of mobs dropping off, because they'll be spawning on each side of the spawner, while the other mobs are getting pushed down here and we are collecting our loot and XP. So I hope all that made sense, but anyway, we're going to be doing a lot of redstone up there, so why don't we head up and we'll get started. Alright, we're up here at the top. So just to give you some perspective where we're at, that lever right there, when I flip that up, the vertical wiring goes all the way up to the top here, and then kind of wires over to that side. And I know you guys would like to see me fall off of here, but I'm going to try not to. Then the wire comes all the way over to the corner of the mob spawner here. Get some protective barrier here. So what happens then, the wiring goes all the way up the side, and from this corner, still need little more support here. Alright, so what happens, everything gets wired up, let's see, wired up to here, and then from each side, the wiring on this side goes around and powers those two sides of the spawner, and the wiring on this side goes around and powers the other two sides. So what we're going to do, the first change we're going to make here is we are going to change this to be powered while this side is still off. So those two sides have water rushing on them, and these two sides can now spawn mobs. Alright, now what else do we need to do here? Put some more dirt so I don't fall off. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to, let's see, I need to build a little platform where I can build some redstone stuff. And I think I will do that right about this level. Alright, so we have a little platform here, and a couple things we need to do. So here's the vertical wiring that comes up from the lever at the bottom, and this is the corner where the redstone goes up the side of the mob spawner. So a couple things we need to do. We need to build a clock, which is pretty easy. It doesn't have to be a long clock, so we're just going to put 2 repeaters here and connect those with redstone. So there you go, there's a clock. It's just going to keep repeating. Now if I flip the lever at the bottom down, this redstone torch will power and this clock will shut off. So it'll only be on when I have the lever up at the bottom. Alright, so if I just wired this up to the mob spawner wiring, what would happen is it would turn on and off really quickly, right? So that's not what we want to happen. So what we're going to do to delay the switching back and forth is to take this clock and attach it to a binary counter. So basically what's going to happen is this thing is going to count. I don't really know how to describe binary, but what's going to happen is this one's going to pulse first, then the next time the signal comes, this one's going to pulse, and then what will happen is this one, then this one. I think that's how it happens, and then you go and the third one pulses, and then it starts all over, then goes to the fourth. So basically by the time this fourth one gets powered, we're going to have about 15 seconds pass. So then what we're going to do is power that one back to this mob spawner, the wiring up on the side here. The only problem is that the binary counter needs to pulse really quickly, and as you can see here, this light is on. This is powered for, you know, like a half a second or so. So we're going to add a quick pulse to this. And actually, let's see here. I saw this quick pulse. I think PG5 made this. I don't know if they designed it or not, but I saw them building it for something. So I think I can do it this way. I don't know if I'm going to have to delay. Yeah, that pulse is not quick enough at all. Oh, yeah, here we go. Okay, that's... I think I need more repeaters here, because that doesn't seem like a very quick pulse, and I'm not sure what this would do to make it quicker here, but let's see. Yep, that's the kind of pulse we need, a really quick one. Okay, so we're going to take this output here and power it up to the pistons, and we need a little delay there. And by the way, this binary counter I saw on Minecraft Addicts channel, so I'll put a link in the description to that. So basically what's going to happen is this is going to get powered here, and then it's going to pull it back, but each time what will happen is it will pass on to the next one, and then it'll cycle through, and it'll keep, you know, it'll start over. We're going to have to do something a little different, though, on the very last one. We're going to have to put a block underneath there. So, then I get the delay here. Okay. So let's watch this thing happening here. Okay, so the fourth one just got pulsed out. So now it's going to reset. Now the third one goes. Now the fourth one should go after this one. There we go. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and then this one should be the final one. So each time this cycles, it's going to take like 15 seconds, and that's basically what we're going to use as the way to. Oh, I'm hoping I can put this redstone torch on the side here, and I won't have to put a block underneath. But what that should do is give us some output here. Let's see. Do we get power? 1, 2, 3, 4. And there we have power. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go grab some more redstone. And I'm going to put some torches here, because I know we'll get zombies otherwise. So by the way, when I switch the lever off, this whole clock and everything will shut off, and it will turn back on very nicely. It won't get stuck or anything when I flip it on and off. Okay, I'm back here, and I've wired it back up to here, and the final trick, I guess, I need to wire this down and not have that connect with that. I don't need to get my redstone all crossed up. Let's see. I think I'll do this and that. That way nothing will get crossed up. And hopefully, let's see, I probably need one repeater here just to keep the signal going. So what'll happen is when this one turns on, hopefully we'll hear the mob spawner switch. Yep, did you hear that up there? So now, as long as this is lit, the mobs on demand, okay, they're getting washed down. Do you hear? Can you hear all the mobs getting washed down? Now finally that gets switched. Now it'll reset, and now the mobs will be able to spawn again. Okay, so things are switching, and I need to clean this up so that mobs won't spawn up there. So I'm gonna do my half slabs over here. So let's see. No mobs there. No mobs here. Let's see. I can't put anything there. I don't need to. I guess I can put a torch here just to make sure everything's lit up. But I'll probably clean this up a little bit later. Make sure I got everything taken care of. So I'll clean all this stuff up afterwards, but let's head down to the bottom and see if this thing is working. Okay, we're back up here, and I see a skeleton up there, and I don't know if he's actually out or not. Where did... Oh man, these servers are freaking me out, because so what okay, this is hilarious. So there was a skeleton stuck in the XP farm, obviously, and you know how the servers are all acting weird now. The skeleton was floating across the sky, and he landed on top of that slab over there, except he wasn't actually there. He was still in the XP farm. So really weird how this works, but with the new servers and everything. There's a flying skeleton. So there's a couple problems with this design that I'm gonna have to work on. One is since half of the spawner always has water on it, I'm gonna need extra floors. So I'll probably build a couple floors on top of this, so that I will have more spawnable area up there. And the other thing I'll probably do, I may add an extra binary counter, which will extend the amount of time that the mobs can spawn up there, and that should give us a higher number of mobs. So anyway, but as you can see, I'm able to kill them fairly quick enough. Yeah, this would really help if I had a couple more levels in the spawner to make up for half of the spawner always being having water on it. So I'm going to do that probably in a future episode. Add a couple floors to this thing. It has 5 right now, so anyway, let's see, we have 15 up there. So yeah, they're I could definitely handle a higher volume here at the XP farm. You know, they're dropping down pretty quickly, but I would like quite a bit more quickly. So those will be a couple of the adjustments that I will probably be making to this. So that's the deal. It's getting dark again, so our mob spawn rate will probably decrease a little bit, but as you can see, we have a constant supply of mobs without having to switch the switch back and forth. But as you can see, I'm up to just about 30 XP now after a couple minutes of killing these guys. So definitely, let's get a couple more down here. Come on, mobs. Couple more. Need to hit to 30 and go do some enchanting. Almost there. So close. Oh, come on, one more. Yeah, so adding a couple more floors will definitely help us have a constant flow of more mobs. But there we go. We hit 30 XP, so I'm going to go find something to enchant, and then we will be on to bigger and better things. So anyway, hope you guys are enjoying your summer and all that good stuff. Please give a thumb up or a favorite to the video if you liked it. It really helps out, and I appreciate it. We will see you next time.